G-Man-P The Great Production.
It's the G-Man-P Show, the great TV. It's the G-Man-P Show, the great TV. It's the G-Man-P Show, the great TV. Come take a look, we show all real news for the higher self for human beings. Real topic, no fake news allowed, only spoken truths for the better of humanity. And that's for the youth, we owe it to them to keep it real. Now you
G-Man.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to G-Man-P The Great TV. If you tuned in, hit a like, share, and subscribe. If not, we ain't doing no tripping. What we talking about today is this war of Maui attack more than what you think. Alright. A leaked letter, Maui County officials enforce media blackout. FEMA told nonprofit group to stop posting wildfire images and videos. Action by officials on Maui have contributed to an air of suspicious about handling the Lahaina fire that killed over 100 and left 1,000 people unaccounted for, including many children. So you see it. Dude Law of War manual in effect as the U.S. Inc., FEMA, Red Cross, State of Hawaii, and County of Maui has compromised multiple lives in an orchestrated planned event of epic crimes against humanity and treason. Frequency and weather weapons, both unacknowledged, a silent weapon system, engaged for maximum destruction and genocide. Hawaiian Electric faces financial cost recovery risk from Maui wildfires. Moody's utility dive. Unlike California, Hawaii does not apply the legal doctrine of inverse condemnation to utilities, but the company could still be found to have been negligent as investigations unfold, Moody says. Moody's utility dive Maui, Hawaii, scheduled to burn a plan secretly scheduled in advance. Electric rate priors future victimized will ultimately be forced to pay for the planned burn-up program. Law firm lines up to defend the victims. Never a word will be mentioned about the real cause of the fire. Hawaii Electric faces financial cost recoveries risks from Maui wildfires. Prevent wildfires, but they either left their power lines energized or after de-energizing them, they re-energized them too soon. The lawsuit also points to other alleged issues with Hawaii Electric system and processes, including that it had exposed power lines in vegetated areas, didn't properly maintain tension in the lines to prevent them from sagging, and didn't properly implement vegetated vegetation management programs. Had these utilities company handled their equipment properly, the people of Lahana would have been better prepped and prepared to escape the flames. Paul Startia, Singleton Shrubber's lead Hawaii attorney, said in a statement, Hawaii Electric Industries stock was trading at about $16 per share Wednesday morning, down about 56% since the fire began. Like most utilities, Hawaii Electric doesn't maintain insurance for most of its transmissions and distribution systems, so will need to recover costs related to the fire through regulatory support from the Hawaii Public Utilities Commission. According to Moody's, there is some precedence for such financing as the state in 2014 issued scrutinization bonds to fund green infrastructure projects. California utilities have been implementing billions of dollars worth of wildfire prevention measures in their service territories in the last few years, after fires caused by its power lines pushed Northern California utility Pacific Gas and Electric into bankruptcy in 2019. One of these measures includes public safety, power shutoffs, preemptive outages when weather conditions increase the risk of fire. Utilities in Nevada and Oregon also employed this tactic, but Hawaii Electric does not have such a program, according to Moody's. As a result, the utility power lines at Maui remained energized when they were hit by the high winds and fires last week, the report noted. The lawsuit filed by Singleton Shrubber in the Second Circuit Court of State of Hawaii, District of Lahaina, contended that Hawaii Electric knew that de-energizing power lines is a proven method to restore power for our customers and communities as quick as possible. At this early stage, the cause of the fire has not been determined, and we will work with the state and community as they conduct their review. Paya added. Dive insight. The wildfires in Maui began last week and as of Tuesday have led to 99 confirmed fatalities. State officials are still investigating the origin of the fire, and that process could take up to months to complete, Moody's noted. However, Hawaii Electric last week reported several instances of downed utility poles and power lines in Maui, and the lawsuit filed against it points to poorly made decisions by the utilities. In terms of financial risk, one significant difference between Hawaii and California is that the former does not apply the legal doctrine of inverse condemnation to utilities. This policy would consider them liable for damages caused by their equipment, whether or not they were found to be at fault for it. However, the utility still be found to have been negligent as investigations into the fire unfold, Moody says. Inverse condemnation is a legal concept that entitles property owners to just compensation if their property is damaged by public use. Dive brief. Hawaii Electric face financial cost recovery risk tied to the devastation wildfires in Maui, which have led to at least 99 fatalities and affected more than 2,200 structures. According to a report by Moody Investors Service Monday, S&P Globe on Tuesday downgraded to junk status. The debt of the utility's parent company, Hawaii Electric Industries. This week, law firm Singleton Shrubber filed a lawsuit against the company alleging that its power lines ignited the fire, and that Hawaii Electric was warned of the threat of wildfires early last week, but did not effectively de-energize their power lines to reduce the risk. Hawaii Electric does not comment on pending litigations. Utility spokesperson Darren Paya said in an email, our immediate focus is on supporting emergency response efforts on Maui. That just goes to show that there's people in positions that they shouldn't be. And having a college degree, that doesn't mean everything. That's not end all be all. You understand? People learn different. People don't learn the same. You understand? Everybody's different. So I'm not knocking nobody how they learn, but at the same time, just because you have a piece of paper that you know how to recite information, that doesn't mean that you're better than somebody. You understand? And just because you have this piece of paper does not mean that you're locked in to get a certain position. You understand? That's why things are falling apart, because it's people in the wrong positions that are not, like a lot of these government officials, they're not anointed, like police, judges, lawyers, prosecutors. You're supposed to be anointed for that. And the reason why is because you got your hands, you have somebody else's life in your hands. So when people are putting cases on people that didn't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? That's because you're not anointed. You should have never been in that position in the first place. You understand? That piece of paper means nothing. If you're not anointed, even when people were in school, see, when people are so pressed to get into these groups, these occults, you know, a lot of them, they have to be in these groups because they're not strong by themselves. They're weak. They're weak-hearted. You understand? So they have to get in these groups to get this money. And a lot of these people that be in these groups and they getting unexpected lump sums of money, they still mess it up. They don't know what to do with it. They just know how money burns a hole in their pocket because you so much of college, you don't even know how to deal with money. You know what I mean? Only thing you want to do is spend, 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 spend. You understand? You don't even have the concept or even trying to teach yourself the concept of what money is and all that. You understand? No financial literacy. And then be mad at the world why there's stuff, because by you trying to steal someone's destiny, by you trying to defame somebody, that means you're trying to be fake to get something. So you were never supposed to be there. So by you falling for the trap God sent you when he told you spiritually to stop and you didn't listen and you bucked up on him, now he just let you go ahead and be that. Now you done screwed yourself. Now you put yourself in a situation you ain't going to be able to get up out of. And then if you try to kill yourself, you're still going to hell, you know, because you're not supposed to kill yourself. That's like murder. That's worse. God looks at that worse than murder if you kill yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why everything's up in all this stir and uproar, and it's because a person that is passive aggressive is a person that is the most dangerous. Let me say that again. A person that is passive aggressive is the person that is the most dangerous, because you're not going to know, you know, because they try to hide their emotions. You know what I'm saying? But that is the worst person, dangerous person ever, is a person that's passive aggressive, because they can hurt you without even really being violent or even having exuding the energy that they want to get at you. You understand? That's why I'm saying, like, even in a book I read, it's called Angels vs. Demon. It's 137 chapters, and I read it under a week. So with reading that book, it was about like CERN, how they this scientist, well, his daughter, this guy, he motivated his daughter. The daughter looked up to the dad, and the dad would inspire her and motivate her, you know. And she's the one that really created this antimatter. And what antimatter is pretty much showing you that the Big Bang Theory is real. But you wouldn't have, I don't know why people would have to go through the length of that to understand there's really a God. You understand? But that's what she created. The daughter's the one that created. I'm gonna make a long story short. Once it was created and they knew and they was so excited on, I mean, it's dangerous because the thing about antimatter is if it touches matter, anything's matter. I'm sitting on matter. This is matter. Everything in the universe is matter. So if antimatter touches matter, it's going to blow up. Boom, the Big Bang Theory. So he goes to Italy. The scientist was Italian. He goes to Italy to get with the, just hear me out. He goes to Italy because he wanted to go to God to see, like, to get answers and what could he do with this antimatter? How could he, create energy and fuel? Because a little bit of antimatter will blow a lot of stuff up. So he goes there coinciding with the people in this church, because he thinking that he can come to them. But the crazy story is the person that ends up killing not the daughter, the dad, the scientist. They killed the scientist, stole a canister of the antimatter, and the person that stole the antimatter is the person that like a lot of people, you wouldn't expect them to do it. That's why I'm telling you, a person that's passive aggressive is the one that's the most dangerous out here. While y'all worrying about me or saying how I'm like when I be out, when I pick up energy and I feel something, I'm just know how my energy. I'm not gonna fake energy. You understand? So the dude, it's not one of the priests of this church is the one that killed dude, killed the scientist, killed him, stole the antimatter, and was working with the Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get to just the how because they had put it in the Illuminati. They go off of parables and they speak in parables and things like that. That's how you can peep a person that's who's an occultist. You know what I'm saying? You can peep them just like that. So it's like they went through all, but the moral of the story, I'm just telling you, I'm not gonna go in deep. If you want to read the book, you can read it. It's Angels versus Demons. So it's like the whole time, the person that was the evilest one is right up on you, under your nose. The higher ups, they're right around you. You understand? I'm talking to the good higher ups, and higher ups is feds, CIA, them type people. They're right around you. They're right up under your nose. You know what I'm saying? Them is the people the ones you least expect that be going to church and be priests, and them is the ones you gotta watch out for, because they didn't embody the passive aggressive. So they're moving around in life being passive aggressive and doing demonic evil things and lying on people, and they're creating a lot of chaos. That's why all this chaos is going. Is people in the government, they're not anointed, and they're bigots too. Them are where the bigots is at. You understand? And they're just unanointed. And that's why it's all this chaos. And it's going, long as they keep holding this position and none of the good higher ups is not paying attention and spiritually inclined to see what's going on, and you understand? Things are going to happen for you, not going to happen for you too. You understand? It's just going to keep getting worse. That's it. But I appreciate everybody that tuned in to G-Man-P, the Great TV. And for the ones that ain't, we ain't doing no tripping, because it's only for the brave-hearted. Peace.